Hi, Professor McSweeney. This is my week 5 response to the video prompt, video journal. The question stated this week says, have you ever been involved in a suicidal situation, and what things are you doing for yourself to stay psychologically healthy? Fortunately, I have never been involved in a suicidal situation. Um, I have had moments and times of depression where I have been really sad and depressed, mainly from relationship issues. But thank goodness I've never had a suicidal situation, and fortunately, I've never really known anyone that's close to me that has committed suicide. Um, I've had some, you know, like far away contacts or friends of the family kind of, you know, obsolete or far away contacts, not anyone that's very close to me at all or someone that I've known intimately, that has, taken their own life, thank goodness. So I think that some of the metrics that you can do to stay psychologically healthy, and I have lots of friends that are therapists, that are LMFTs, or school psychologists, and they're knowledgeable on preventative measures and things to do and warning signs, high level and low level, as we discussed this week. One of the main things that I find personally helps me, and also, this is something that professionals recommend as well, is exercise. Anytime I'm in a bad mood or something's affecting me, and I've had plenty of trials and tribulations throughout my life, I always try and exercise. Exercise boosts is a natural way to boost endorphins and release stress, and always leaves me feeling better. And this is something that professionals recommend as well. So I would definitely say that's a strategy that I use to stay psychologically healthy, and a strategy that I would suggest students or individuals experiencing depression, or thoughts of suicide. I would suggest that they implement that as well. Another key factor is having good relationships, and fostering and maintaining good rapport with people. I think if you have strained and stressed relationships, that's one of the key factors for depression or just poor quality of life. So I always try and maintain good quality of relationship with my family, especially, and with my close friends. If there's an argument or disagreement, I always try and kind of nip it in the butt, so to speak, and you know come to some sort of an understanding. Another key factor is just maintaining overall health. So eating healthy, getting enough sleep. If you are not doing the basic necessities, this goes back to like Freudian principles, but I learned in undergrad. The basic needs of life, if those aren't met, then it's extremely difficult to, move up the ladder and attain some of those higher levels of needs and move to a more spiritual place or a higher purpose. And I think that if you're not getting, again, those basic needs, it's difficult to be happy. And if you are down, it's more likely that you're going to experience suicidal thoughts. We see this in the risk factor. So if you're living at or below the poverty level, if your parents are divorced, single family, these are all risk factors. So the more that we can kind of provide those basic necessities and those basic needs, I think there's going to be a higher or a lesser risk of wanting to take your own life. So to kind of reiterate those key concepts, it would be exercise, maintaining healthy relationships, and maintaining basic standards of living, including, eating healthy, getting required amount of sleep, having shelter. So I think if those basic needs are met, it's easier to deal with any other additional problems that you have, because they're not necessary to survival. And it's easier to kind of put a plan or a course of action into motion, and that individual shouldn't feel as though they need to use suicide as their option. This is something that's very prevalent, and I think it's very timely and a hot topic and a buzzword in education. right now, so I'm very happy that we're addressing this. I know it's something that's common in the schools, in the school systems now, and unfortunately something that has occurred and is quite prevalent. So I'm happy to be discussing this and learning how to help treat our future patients, our future students. Um, so thank you, Professor. I look forward to seeing you in class, and I wanted to thank you for allowing us to have this Monday off as well. So have a great weekend, and hope you had a fabulous Easter. Thanks, Professor McSweeney.